To start with, any injury updates for tomorrow's game?
We still, Stephen O'Donnell's still a little bit poorly, so we're just assessing him today and in the morning just to see if he can be involved. We've got a few returning from injury this week into training. Liam Donnelly, Barry Maguire. There was one other, can't remember it now. So that's good. We've got a couple more players to choose from this week, and obviously the inclusion of Sean Goss in the squad will be good as well. So we've got hopefully a bigger squad than last week.
Yeah, you announced that signing yesterday. What is Sean going to add to the squad for you?
He gives us good balance because he's naturally left-footed, which we've been looking for a while, and we spoke to Sean a few weeks ago. Been sort of tracking him during the summer. We got him up a week ago to train with us, and he played a game last week, and he was very, very good. And we got the deal done reasonably quickly. But he's started at a high level at Manchester United and moved on to QPR. Played a lot of games over the last 2 years for Shrewsbury. He's got a great left foot, good athlete. There's things in his game we need to help him improve for him to really fulfil his potential. But at 25, those improvements will come through the will of the player and the work that we do on the training pitch. So delighted to get him on our squad, because I think he's got real good quality on the ball.
Deadline day on Tuesday. You're still hopeful of adding more before then?
Hopeful, yes. I think if we can get 2 more players in, I think we'll have a very strong squad. So we are looking, we are talking to a couple of clubs about a couple of players. Hopefully that will progress over the weekend. I think it always sort of hurries along the situation when the deadline approaches. People understand that it's now or never. So hopefully over the next 72 hours we'll bring in another couple of players, and if we do, I think we'll be delighted with the squad that we've accumulated and built up. But then the real work starts of gelling them all together and continue to win games.
With those 2 players, Graham, is it specific positions you're looking for?
It is, yeah, it is. So we have to have a balance and competition right throughout our squad. I think there's just a couple of areas that we're a little bit light to at least help us through to January. So that's why we have to try and get these players in. I think our team and 90% of the squad is really strong anyway. And if it is the squad, what we've got now, then I'll be really happy, because I think we've got good competition, we've got good players. But I just want to make sure that any unforeseen circumstances that appear in the next 3 months, we're covered and strong enough to continue to win games.
So the players you're looking to bring in, are they more cover players, or are they ones that could go straight into the
No, whenever we try to recruit, we always recruit with the team in mind, because we know if that player is good enough to get in our team, then it might knock another player onto our bench, which makes our squad stronger. But always, every player has to get in that team on merit. So whether you've been here 10 years or you've been here 10 minutes, it's about what you do on the training pitch, and it's how you take your opportunity when you're in the first team. I've always been that way as a manager, and I won't change that. So it'll be down to the players to decide who's in the team.
And outgoings, are you expecting any more before Tuesday?
Sorry?
Outgoing wise, are you expecting anyone to leave before Tuesday?
Not expecting, but the phone will possibly ring between now and then, as it always does, with the sort of merry-go-round of players, which happens. So we will just assess any calls that come my way. But I'm not looking to lose anybody. I don't want to lose anybody, but I know these things can happen overnight. So we'll just wait and see.
Just going back to Sean, technically an excellent player, great left foot. Do you think he complements the kind of midfield options that you have at the moment? And secondly, where is he in terms of his fitness? Is he ready to play?
He's ready to play because I don't think he's played the 90 minutes yet. In pre-season, he played, I'd say, about 75 minutes for us last week, and that was just precaution. We took him off. He was willing to carry on playing, but I just want to make sure that we didn't push him too hard too soon. But yeah, I think he gives us a a naturally left-footed option. I know we've got Barry Maguire who's played that role for us and is very good on both feet. And we had Mark O'Hara playing on that left side of midfield last week, who did an exceptional job as well. But I think Sean couldn't give us a natural balance on that left or play as the centre one in there because his passing range is brilliant. And so I think, you know, seeing our midfield with the options we've got, depending on what type of game it is, depending on the form of people, I think we've got real good options in there to help us make the team stronger. So we're delighted to have them.
You spoke a few times about kind of building a bond and a rapport with the fans. That's obviously much easier now they're back in the stadium. And last weekend's probably a great building block for that in terms of comeback, spirit showing a late winner.
Yeah, look, I think our team's really good on that since we came here. I think we've come back from behind a few times. I think we've got a great attitude and spirit in the squad with the players. I think the supporters certainly help that. Without a doubt, they played their part last week at Livy, and it was great to celebrate with them at the end. You know, with the team and the supporters together. That's what our club has to be. I think they see the effort that the players put in. We know we're not going to win every game, but the will to win is always going to be there. How we came back last week with a real tough test. To win the game shows the character of the players, and I think the supporters saw that. Even at 1-0 at half time, I thought the supporters were still with us because they could see in the first half that we'd played pretty well. The goal went against us, I felt, against the run of play. I think the supporters saw that as well, and they were right behind us from all through the game, and we're going to need that support all the way through the season. So more of the same from both, really, the team and the supporters.
Just lastly on Stephen O'Donnell, obviously he's missed the last 2 games of illness. If he doesn't make it tomorrow, obviously he's named in the Scotland squad. Is his place there in jeopardy? Maybe if he doesn't come through and the illness continues?
That's not down to me, really, to be honest. Look, I think whether a player is available fitness-wise is down to me for Motherwell. It's not down to me for Scotland, but we'll assess it. You know, I think Stephen is a naturally fit guy, looks after himself really well. He's a strong athlete, so any things that impact him, he should recover from really quickly. So we'll assess that. But look, my concentration is on tomorrow's game. I'll leave Scotland to somebody else to be focused on. My focus is on us winning tomorrow.
To stay on that for a bit, Liam Kelly obviously getting the first call at this week, much deserved for his form here since you've come in. Yeah,
certainly, without a shadow of a doubt. I know it's been talked about since last season. But he was up against, and still is, real stiff competition. I think obviously the inclusion of Xander Clark at St Johnstone is deserved as well. So, there's an inclusion of 2 excellent goalkeepers who have been in fine form for the last 6, 7, 8 months or so. But I'm delighted for Liam because his work off the pitch comes through in what he does on the pitch for us. His character, his personality, the way he trains, the way he plays. He's so ambitious. He's constantly trying to improve every aspect of his game, and I think it's great for players to have that reassurance that work is paying off. But he knows the challenge has only just begun for him. Getting in the door is one step, but there's a lot of hard work for him to establish himself in that squad and try and get in the team. But he's in the best scenario possible. He's right in front of the manager every day. For the next 10 days or so, obviously after the weekend. So we're all delighted for him because he deserves it, and I'm sure he'll take his opportunity.
I think Steve Clark said that Craig Gordon's perhaps going to be the number 1 for the upcoming games, but as an experience to go away for these games, how good is beneficial is that going to be for him potentially for you?
Yeah, look, I was thinking about it myself during the week because I was fortunate enough to play for Scotland, but on a few occasions, but I was just in the squad on a few occasions as well and didn't get on the pitch, but it was still a thrill to be part of that squad. It was just a privilege to be in there, knowing that you're in that small group of players that are desperate to represent their country. So being away with the Scotland squad is a massive achievement, but I know as a competitor, when you're a player, you want more and you want to be in that team. So I think it's great for him to be involved. I think you see the competition that's in that squad. I played with Craig, so I know what a top goalkeeper he is. So it's stiff competition, which I only think generates better performances from players, and that's what we're trying to create at Motherwell, a real good competitive squad which pushes each and every player on to the next level. And Scotland have certainly got that in the goalkeeping area.
Kevin Van Vienas,
yeah, he's trained this week, which is great. He hadn't trained the whole week leading up to last game, but we wanted to involve him just in case we need him. For a sort of cameo, because we know he can score goals. Fortunately enough, we didn't have to use him, but he's trained this week, so he comes back into the squad as well, or stays in the squad, but he's more prepared to start the game, which is great for us.
Seems like a long time since you played at Fir Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Showing the home fans the progress you've made.
Yeah, look, the progress will continue, and we'll have setbacks and little knockbacks now and then, without a shadow of a doubt. But over the course of the season, we know this group of players will certainly improve. They'll get to know each other better. They'll know the way we want to play better, and they'll get fitter. And the challenge for us is to have a consistent run of performances and wins and results. And we want to repay our loyal support with wins. It makes everyone feel better. I think it's been a great week for everyone connected with Motherwell after getting our first win last week. We're looking to have another positive week or two in front of us, but we have to work exceptionally hard to beat a Dundee team.